What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I am here with something new that I'm going to do each and every week. So it's going to be the week's. So at the end of the week, I will come to you guys with some of the hottest topics of the week, talk about it, and give my opinions on it, and we can discuss it going further. So it'll be similar to like SNL's Weekend Update. It'll be like hot topics for The View, hot topics for Wendy Williams, and it'll just encompass some of those things because I don't really watch Wendy Williams show or The View, but I do watch SNL. So it's gonna be similar. It's just gonna be along those lines. I'm gonna talk about things, some of the hottest topics of the week, and we just like I said, we're just gonna run with it. So let's go ahead and just get started with some of these topics of the week. All right, you guys. So the first topic that I want to talk about, I've already recorded this, but somebody called my damn phone and just completely killed the video. But the first story up is the continuation of the Umbra Giger trial for Botham Jean's murder. I didn't talk about this last week, and I was planning to start this whole thing last week, but I never got around to doing it. So, with the case, we all know that Amber Geiger is the off-duty cop who went into the quote wrong apartment and shot an unarmed black man who was in his apartment eating ice cream. So, I was really surprised with the trial that we got a guilty verdict. She's guilty of murder. So I was so thankful for that. And I did see where the judge was trying to give her some leniency at one point. And the sentencing, she was sentenced to 10 years in prison. That was kind of like a slap in the face to me personally. I just felt like that was a slap in the face, and a slap in the face to the family. Like, this young man, he lost his life over something so stupid. She didn't do anything to try to prevent him from dying. She was on the phone texting her lover. And the thing that upsets me the most about this case is the fact that this young man, his life has been cut short. He can't have a family. He can't do anything. But she is sentenced to 10 years in prison, and she has the eligibility of parole in 5 years. But I don't even see her doing five. I see her doing maybe 2 or 3 because she's an ex cop, so she's gonna be the model citizen in prison. And I'm just thoroughly upset about that. And then the brother hugged her. I'm all for forgiveness, but I don't know if I'll be at that point where I could forgive the person who a year ago killed my brother and didn't even do anything to try to help him. And then those text messages that were revealed show so much racist qualities inside of her. Like, I just don't know if I would have been able to 100% forgive her. And then the family was also on Dr. Phil last Friday because he came to Dallas. And so I really do feel bad for the family. And then I think it was Saturday. I was surfing, I was on the internet, and I noticed that the lead witness, Mr. Joshua Brown, he was murdered. And I'm like, wow, that is kind of weird and coincidental. Now, I don't believe in conspiracy theories. So I don't think that the Dallas PD killed him, the government killed him. I'm not someone who subscribes to that way of thinking. If you do, that's up to you, but it's not something that I do. But the whole events of his death is just I will say it is a little odd and off-putting to me because they have now said that they have arrested 3 people in connection to his murder, and they say it's a drug deal gone bad. But then the thing about the drug deal that's gone bad is these 3 men that they have arrested are from Alexandria, Louisiana, and I'm like, why would they drive from Louisiana to Dallas for some weed? Like, that right there doesn't sit well with me. The fact that they would drive from Louisiana, which if you live in Louisiana and you come to Texas, you guys know that that is a big that's a good drive to drive from Louisiana to Texas. Because my hometown of Tyler, from Tyler to Shreveport, that's a good drive. So yeah, I'm like, really, a drug deal gone bad. I just To me it just is it's some stuff that they're trying to. I feel like it's some stuff that they are intentionally leaving out. Again, I'm not gonna say that it's conspiracy theory, but I definitely do 100% believe that they are leaving some stuff out that we don't have the full picture about. Because a drug deal gone bad, I mean, Louisiana to Texas, And then Alexandria, Louisiana to Dallas, Texas. Actually, let me look this up and see how far of a just how far that is from Dallas, because I know from my hometown of Tyler to Louis Shreveport, it's pretty far. Alexandria, Louisiana. That is 5 hours and 13 minutes. So you mean to tell me that they drove 5 hours for some weed when they could get it maybe 15, 20 minutes from their home? Yeah, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But, let me know what you guys think about this story, and we'll discuss it. So we'll move on to the next story. Also, and let's say a rest in peace to legendary actress Diane Carroll. So she passed away last Friday at the age of 84 from cancer. So, a lot of people, her most notable role was from, she played in the TV show Claudine. She also played on Dynasty, and she also played Preston Burke's mom on Grey's Anatomy. But the role that I most notably know Diane Carroll from is the mother of Whitley Gilbert in A Different World. Man, when I saw that Diane Carroll had passed away, like I was floored, man. And then I found out that that Saturday she was scheduled to be in Atlanta at Tyler Perry's new studio because there was a soundstage that was named in her honor. But we just have to say rest in peace to the late and great Miss Diane Carroll. You will be missed. And Miss Diane Carroll leaves behind her daughter's what is her daughter's name? Her daughter's name is Susan, and she also leaves behind two granddaughters, Sydney and August. So once again, rest in peace, Miss Diane Carroll. You've left behind an amazing legacy, especially for your role for me as Whitley Gilbert's mom. Rest in peace, my love. All right, and then let us pray for Alex Trebek, you guys. So we all know that earlier this year or last year, it was revealed that Alex Trebek has pancreatic cancer. Now we all know he has gone through chemo, and he thought he hadn't beat it, but it's come back, and I think it's a little bit more aggressive. It's progressed a little bit more. So at this point, like I said, Alex is back doing treatment, and he's saying that if it gets to a point, he might have to leave Jeopardy. And man, for me, I used to watch Jeopardy with my mom when I wasn't in school. Like, oh my god, because in my hometown of Tyler, it comes on at 11:30 in the morning, and we would just sit there and watch Jeopardy all day, man. I have grown up with Alex Trebek from a little bitty boy with my grandma to an adult with my mom. So I have grown with Alex Trebek. So the reason why he says that he might not be able to host Jeopardy is because with him doing the chemotherapy, he's worked that some of his skills might diminish, and what he means is his talking abilities, because with the chemo, there are sores in his mouth, and he feels like those at some point those if it gets to the point that those sores get too bad that he can't talk, he might have to leave the show. And I'm like, oh man, like, I mean, and granted, we all live to die, unfortunately. So I know that at some point Alex Trebek won't be with us, but hopefully that day is not soon. Like, hopefully that day is far, far in the future. And I can't imagine anybody, taking Alex Trebek's place. But I mean, I know a lot. I used to watch The Price is Right with my mom, and Bob Barker. I never thought anybody could take Bob Barker's place, but Drew Carey has done a fantastic job as the host of The Price is Right. So eventually, we know that they will have to find someone that will take over in Alex Trebek's place, and someone will be able to fill those shoes, just like Drew Carey has done on The Price is Right. So we're gonna extend the hands of prayer out to Alex and hope that Alex has, a speedy recovery, that everything works out in God's favor for him. So get well soon, Alex, and hope for the best for you. All right, you guys. So this right here is going to be a rant. I know it is because I can feel it coming. Because when I read the story, I was like, "Are you freaking? Are you joking with me? Like you are a pussy, a a pussy. Like I know you were just a few weeks ago patting your pussy, talking about how it's wet. Yes, you guys. I'm talking about Evelyn Hozada from Basketball Wives. Now, I used to I reviewed Basketball Wives a few episodes last season, but since then I stopped and I haven't really watched the show. I didn't even really watch the show at that point. Like I would catch it on repeats last year when I was reviewing it. So this past season, which they are doing, the reunion aired last night. Didn't watch it. I've been watching reviews from like Bondi Blue, um, Alex. I watch his reviews. Color Me Pink. I watch her reviews. She stopped reviewing it. I don't blame her. And I think everybody that has reviewed this show, this is their last season reviewing the show because the season was not what they thought it was going to be, and mostly because of the treatment toward certain cast members. CC Gutierrez, OG. I can't pronounce her last name. Chichindawa. I think that's how you pronounce it. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the treatment that they've done for them, and a lot of people say that is colorist treatment toward OG because they keep saying that OG is aggressive. And my whole thing with this whole aggressive thing, which a lot of people have touched on, the aggressiveness. OG just says that she's gonna, fuck them up. Okay, a lot of people say that shit. Don't mean that they gonna necessarily 100% fuck a person up. Like you have Evelyn Hozada, who has thrown season one. She threw a drink in that girl's face. She threw a bottle and a plate at Kenya Bell. I think about her name, Kenya Bell. She fought with Royce Reed, and she threw the glass candle at Royce. What else has she done? She jumped over the table at Jennifer. She hit Jennifer with her clutch. And then you got Malaysia. I used to love Malaysia. Malaysia used to be my girl, but this season, from what I saw from reviews, I can't fuck with Malaysia. So, Malaysia, season one, she fought with Laura Govan. And I mean, that was a knockdown fight. She threw a table at Jennifer last season. So for them to say that OG is aggressive, like, what do you call that shit? And Tammy Roman, I love Tammy. But Tammy popped Mika Claxton in the face. She popped Evelyn in the face. She tried to fight Brandy Maxill, who I don't really care for. Who else? She tried to fight Duffy. So, aggression at its finest. But y'all have been hypocritical of this one girl who has not done anything, remotely, as you guys say, aggressive. She just talks aggressively. But whatever. But what it is, so Evelyn had filed a defamation lawsuit against OG because she says that OG has cost her some brand deals because, OG called her a racist bigot. Well, if the shoe fits, my dear, you might want to wear that bitch. Like, you call, now last season, like I said, I didn't watch all of it, but I did watch a little bit of it. But last season, you call Cece Ling Ling. That is derogatory to an Asian woman. And I don't even think Cece is Asian. I think Cece is Hispanic because Gutierrez is not an Asian name. That is a Hispanic name. But she might be mixed. I don't know. And then you call Jackie a cockroach. When you did this post about OG, you used a chimpanzee, like a monkey, for a black woman. Really, Evelyn? And then she's talking about she's Afro-Latina. Like, I feel like for Evelyn to use this Afro-Latina stuff, it's taken from Amara La Negra from Love and Hip Hop Miami. Now, granted, Evelyn is Puerto Rican, and yes, Puerto Ricans do have some black in them. But I think at this point, Evelyn is playing a good game at this point. Like, what? Huh. And then I noticed yesterday that Evelyn also filed a restraining order against OG. And I saw today that the judge denied that restraining order. I'm like, thank you. Like, what the fuck? Y'all, I'm so glad that I do not watch this show. And in the report, because I'm going off, I remembered this, because in the report, Evelyn said that she is filing this restraining order because she's afraid of OG's mental health. And I'm like, oh, but Boosie Badass for the last, how many season, what season is this? Season 8? For the last but basketball wise was on before that. But yeah, but for the last umpteen years, your Boosie badass been ready to fight anybody. But now that you met your match, you're afraid. You want to file a restraining order against the girl. That means you're a punk pussy, like straight up and through. You are a pussy. You're a punk. You ain't shit, Evelyn. You got mouth. You got mouth, but you don't have hands to back up that mouth. Like that's my problem with her. I hate people like that. Like I know some people like that run their mouth all day every day, but when it comes down to fighting somebody, they can't. They might fight if they feel like what I done put on this whole bravado and show, so I gotta show up and fight this person. But I'm afraid that I'm gonna get my ass beat because I actually have a friend that did that. Talked cash money shit to this one girl in high school, and she had to fight the girl because at this point everybody's gonna be like, you a punk if you don't fight the girl. Ended up fighting the girl and got her ass beat, and that's what I feel like what happened with Evelyn. Especially, like Evelyn knows who to fuck with and who not to fuck with. Like she didn't fuck with Tammy, and she don't want to fuck with OG because she know that those two will whoop her ass. Like that's all Evelyn is. She's all bark but no bite, and if OG, my thing with OG, I hope OG, because I know they got renewed for season 9, I believe. I hope OG does not go back to this show. Like I think OG can do so much, do better without the show because I did watch her on an AfterBuzz show, and I know she said she was going back to school to pursue. She has her, she went to school for law. So OG, go back for your law degree. Get all that done and say fuck basketball wives and move on with your life. And this rant, I knew this was gonna be a long rant, but yeah, OG, lead the show, don't come back. Like I had even thought about it because I had heard that they doing a basketball wives Dallas. I'm like, you know what? Since I support Dallas, I was gonna support this show, but I don't think so. It probably won't happen. More than likely, it's not gonna happen at all. All right, and then we gotta say congratulations to Tyler Perry. So this past Saturday, he had a star-studded gala in Atlanta to for his grand opening of his 330-acre studio. Uh, you know, former President Bill Clinton was there. Whoopi Goldberg was there. Beyonce was there. The cast of The Real was there. Some of the View ladies were. Sunny Hostin from The View was there. God, list goes on. I know TD Jakes was there. The list goes on and on and on. So definitely congratulations to him for being the first black man to create his own studio, and this is on a Confederate ground. So way to stick it to the Confederates. Like you took their land that they had and you turned it into a studio that promotes nothing but us. Like say what you will about Tyler Perry. I respect the man's hustle. I love his story coming from where he's come from, being homeless, living in his car, to having this company, this studio that he promotes nothing but black and brown people. So definitely congratulations to him. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. And in this studio, it has 12 sound stages, each named after black actors and actresses. I know one of them is named after Whoopi, Sidney Poitier, Diane Carroll. I think Cicely Tyson. I'm not. I have to look and see, but they're named after black actors and actresses. So, man, I like I said, I just can't do nothing but respect Tyler Perry's hustle. And then I know he has like he has a church. He built a church. Actually, it's the Color Purple Church. He has a replica of the White House because he has two new shows coming to BET, and they'll be premiering on October 23rd. One is called Sisters, and the other is called The Oval, which is I don't know what it's going to be about. I'm probably going to review The Oval. I wanted to get into some Tyler Perry shows, but I know like the Have and the Have Nots, those shows that are on OWN, those shows have been on for a minute, so I'm gonna have to go like deep back and catch up to them. But congratulations to Tyler Perry. Now he also did say in an interview that even with him doing all of this, he still feels like he's ignored in Hollywood, and I can see that. Because I don't think Hollywood is really 100% ready to accept a black man doing it for his own self, like having his own production company, having his own studio. I just don't think that Hollywood is 100% ready for that because, again, he is the only black person, only black man that has done this in history. So I can see that. And once again, congratulations to him. Man, I would love to work for him one day. But who knows what happens in the future. But once again, congratulations to you, Mr. Tyler Perry. All right, and then Ellen DeGeneres. So it's been a lot of backlash. So this past Sunday, Ellen was here in Dallas, Texas for the Cowboys games. I think they played the Green Bay Packers. Um, I don't keep up with the Cowboys. And that's so crazy. Like, I live in Dallas. I'm from Texas, born in Michigan, but raised in Texas, and I am not a fan of any Texas teams, to be quite honest with you. I probably shouldn't have said that, but I mean, well, you know what? I like the Cowboys a little bit. I've grown to like them after my mom has passed because that was my mother's favorite team. Like every Cowboys game she was watching, she would be sitting on the couch screaming at them. I'm like, Mama, they don't hear you. She's like, shut up, Jerome. I'm like, well, they don't hear you. But back to Ellen. So, like I said, Ellen was invited out by Jerry Jones' daughter. I forgot what her name was, but she was invited here to the game. She came. Now, Ellen, there was a photo. She did a video, and then a photo surfaced of her, and someone was sitting beside her, a very big someone, and it was former President George Bush. So there's a lot of backlash about that. People are saying she shouldn't be hanging out with him because she said they're friends. Me personally, I don't 100% know how I feel about that. I do know that George Bush was problem. He had some problems within the gay community, the LGBT community, and I know people bring up the fact that we went to the Iraq War under false pretenses. The weapons of mass destruction, which there were none. Um, I mean, I really don't know how to feel about that. Now, I do know that Ellen, she stands be kind to one another because she ends every episode with that. Be kind to one another. But I just don't 100% know how I don't know where I stand on that. I guess, and with the whole stance of be kind to one another, my thing is, could you say that about the asshole that's in the office now? Could you say that to him? No. And I'm not comparing George Bush to him by no means. I just don't know how. I'm not outraged like people are, but I understand people's outrage just because of his stance on gay rights and Ellen being a lesbian woman and married to Portia de Rossi. I definitely, and she's a liberal, so I mean, I do get that. And I think that sometimes we should be able to put our political ideologies to the side and, love who we love, like who we like, and, be friends with who we want to be friends with. But some of the things that he stood for, I do understand why people feel the way that they feel. But I just don't know where I stand on that one. I really don't. That's interesting. I don't know where I stand because I'm not outraged, but I'm really not outraged. But let me know what you guys think about that. All right, you guys. So these are the stories that weren't really much the honorable mentions. So the first one up is Ashley Darby from the Real Housewives of Potomac. So allegedly, Michael Darby has been caught cheating on Ashley. So there's a video. I didn't see the video, but there's a video of him looked like he's sitting at the bar. He's chatting up a young lady, and then there's a photo of him. Allegedly, this is a photo of Michael, but I'm like, that definitely does look like his old ill-formed body. He has no shirt on, but he has his underwear on. I'm like, that looks like him, but I don't really want to look at that picture too deep to see if that's Michael because I don't really 100% care. And these photos and video were sent anonymously to it's called Gossip of the City, and they posted it on their social media and on their website. So go check it out and let me know what you guys think. If you think well, we know that video is Michael, but if you think that photo is Michael, let me know. Now, much like this past season with the butt grab allegations, Ashley Darby has been quiet so far. The last time that Ashley posted was a picture of Baby Dean, and I know that Real Housewives of Potomac season 5 is currently in production, so I'm praying to God. I mean, I know it's gonna probably play out. Please don't let this be the entire fifth season about Ashley again, because season 4 of Ash and Michael was draining, and then reunion part 3 was draining. So next up is, I guess, a congratulations go out to Erica Mena Samuels and Safari Samuels. So last week they revealed that they are expecting a baby. We don't know what the sex of the baby is. We did see that they had, I think they had a bachelorette party and a bachelor party. Some of the cast members from Love and Hip Hop New York were there because I saw Tahiri there. And so it also came out this week that they got married. So I guess congratulations to those two. I hope things work out with them. Ugh, don't really care, to be quite honest with you. And then the last story up is on Sunday. $750,000 worth of jewelry was stolen from Tiny's 2019 Lamborghini. Among those items were her wedding ring that was stolen. I'm like, what the fuck? And they said it was in a bag. I'm like, wait a minute. So you have this expensive ass car, and you have $750,000 worth of jewelry in that said car? Why? Why not? I mean, why would you? These celebrities make no sense to me to ride around with that much fucking jewelry. So what you gonna do if somebody pulls you over, like somebody says, get out the fucking car, bitch. Give me all this shit. Is this it? Like, what you gonna do? Like, that makes no sense to me to ride around with that kind of shit in your fucking car. And then police are also saying that so there were no signs of damage or anyone breaking into the vehicle. So I'm like, huh? That's kind of mind-blowing and baffling. Interesting. But that was this week's, so that was the week's hottest topics, you guys. Be sure to like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel. We will do this each and every week, so same time, it'll be the same time and the same place. And as always, I'm your boy, JB, and I will see you guys later.